The Art of Getting Money, a narrative retelling. P.T. Barnum, that great ringmaster of American enterprise, loved to say that money is a good servant but a bad master. And in The Art of Getting Money, he sits you down, not in a circus tent this time, but by a warm lamp in his study, and tells you the truth about prosperity. He begins with a wink. My friend, most fortunes are made not by magic, but by method. Let me tell you how. 1. The first rule, choose the right path. Barnum says the first step to getting money is simple. Find something you enjoy and something the world actually needs. He tells the tale of young men who chase glitter, jobs that sound grand but have no demand. Others plunge into trades they hate and burn out. Prosperity, Barnum insists, belongs to the one who finds the sweet spot between interest, talent, and opportunity. 2. Hard work, the real secret behind the curtain. There is no substitute for industry, Barnum declares. He chuckles at folks who spend more time scheme hunting than actually working. He tells a parable. A man spent all morning searching for a golden shortcut, only to learn that his neighbor simply got up earlier and plowed his field. Barnum's rule, working steadily beats working cleverly when cleverly has no discipline behind it. 3. Perseverance, the difference between success and almost success. When the crowd laughed at Barnum's odd ideas, he didn't quit. If one plan fails, he says, form another. If that one dies, birth a new one. He compares perseverance to a bulldog locking its jaw. The bulldog wins because he hangs on longer than the other dog wants to fight. 4. Spend less than you earn, always. Barnum's most practical advice, be frugal. He says people often ruin themselves not by earning too little, but by spending too much trying to look rich. He tells the story of a man who bought a fancy horse to impress everyone, and then had to borrow oats to feed it. Cut off the show, Barnum says. Keep the substance. 5. Self-reliance, don't wait on others. Barnum warns against leaning on uncles, lucky breaks, or wealthy friends who promise the moon. Those promises, he says, usually dissolve in daylight. Instead, cultivate good habits, a good name, and the ability to solve your own problems. Because a man who can sustain himself can also succeed anywhere. 6. Treat people well. Honesty really is profitable. Barnum insists that honesty is not just moral, it's profitable. A merchant who cheats a customer earns $1 and loses $100 in future business. An honest man may be slow to rise, Barnum says, but once he rises, he stands on solid ground. 7. Avoid debt like a hungry tiger. Debt, Barnum warns, is the devil wearing a banker's smile. A little debt for business is sometimes necessary, but personal debt. Clothes, show, fine living is a trap. Debt steals your peace, your sleep, your freedom. Be the one who lends, not the one who must beg. 8. Use your time wisely. Barnum compares wasted time to leaks in a ship. A few drops don't seem like much, but enough drops sink the whole boat. Even 15 minutes a day, wisely used, becomes a fortune in a lifetime. 9. Don't be discouraged by failures. Barnum reminds you that he failed many times, lost money, made mistakes, and even had to start over. But, he says with a grin, I was never poor for long because I refused to stay stopped. Success, he teaches, belongs to the resilient. Closing lesson. Barnum leans back and concludes, fortune favors the diligent, the honest, the frugal, the persistent, and the cheerful. Follow these principles and you will never be poor. Then he gives one last wink. And remember, people pay gladly for value, but they pay even more gladly for wonder. Give them both and you shall do well.